shit. Okay, well, my camera fell over and all my books just fell off the desk. So sorry for my neighbors. Sorry for yelling that swear word really loud. I'm sure everybody heard it. Anyways, that book is a big one and I'm deathly afraid of it. The ending of that second book had me rolling on the floor gasping for air. I don't know if I really want that many heartbreaks in 1 week. Hi. Okay, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel and welcome to the start of a weekly reading vlog where I try to finish as many series as I possibly can. So, this is gonna go up after my March TBR, and I would just like to say no, none of these books are on that TBR, and I'm aware of that. And I will not be taking questions at this time, thank you. But I am in the middle of so many series right now, and I'm sure all my other besties out there can like attest to the fact that there are just so many series that we all want to read, and I mean, truthfully, not enough time to do it, but I wanted to do that. So I'm going to be picking out of a lineup of books, and we're actually going to be focusing on one book at a time, which I don't ever do. I mean, like, I'm currently reading 15 books right now, so let me try to get my little stack for you guys so I can tell you about all the books that I'm going to be choosing from. Some of these are more likely than others, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there are some that I really don't think I'm gonna get to this week, but you never know when the mood strikes first. So these are all the books that I'm gonna be choosing from this week. I do want to talk about the book that I'm starting with, which is actually a surprise to me, but I saw it on my Audible library and I'm like, okay, you know what, I still have the physical book. If I really like this, I'll keep the whole series. So it starts with Us by Coleenhoover. This is like the second book. I'm assuming it's only a duology, that it ends with Us duology maybe, but honestly, I thought this book was about Lily and Atlas before it ends with Us starts. Ooh, I'm getting really confused already. But yeah, anyways, I thought this was more like a prequel than a direct sequel, if that makes any sense. So I was kind of upset about that. I was upset that I had pre-ordered it. Anyways, I decided I wanted to read this. So if I like this, I'm probably going to keep the whole duology, basically, and put it on my romance shelf. She's looking so cute, by the way. I'm reorganizing my bookshelves, which is a task and a half, but yeah, we're starting with this. I'm also going to do something I don't normally do, and I'm going to focus on one book at a time. If you looked at my Goodreads page, you would know that I'm currently reading like 17 books at this point, or 16 or 17. So I don't like to focus on just one book at a time, but I want to try to do that this week and see how many books I can finish. So I just want to go through all the books I could possibly read, and we'll talk more about them, but this is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, the third book in the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. That book is a big one, and I'm deathly afraid of it, to be honest. Then we have Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. This is a special edition book cover set. I definitely think this one is on the list, but I am very scared of it. So, I also wanted to, I know it's not going to get here, I don't think it will, but Immortality by Jenna Schwarts. I wish I had that right now, but I want to annotate it, so maybe it's for the best that it's not here. Then we have The Bronze Beast by Roshani Chokshi. This is the third and final book in the Gilded Wolves series, and it's one of my favorite series of all time. I'm obsessed with it. I have not heard great things about this conclusion, which makes me really nervous. The ending of that second book had me rolling on the floor gasping for air. It really did. Like, I was so shook. I was so shook. I was so mad I almost threw my book across the room. I'm pretty sure. Unless I was listening to it, and then I almost threw my phone across the room. But yeah, Bronze Beasts. That is also on my 2023 TBR, so it might be helpful if I read that. Next we have The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. This is a very unlikely possibility, honestly, because I'm currently reading Babel by R.F. Kuang, so I don't know if I really want that many heartbreaks in one week, even though obviously I probably won't be continuing on with Babel this week, but Burning God, always an option. Next, we have These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. This is the second book in These Hollow Vows duology by her. I loved the first one. This is actually the Fairy Loot, I believe. Exclusive edition. I bought these and I'm so happy I bought them. They're so pretty and they have like the prettiest like here. I want to show you this art at least. Shit. Okay, well, my camera fell over and all my books just fell off the desk, so sorry for my neighbors. Sorry for yelling that swear word really loud. I'm sure everybody heard it. Anyways, beautiful, beautiful art. Okay. Anyways, really excited to read this. Oh, I really hope I didn't ruin this. Oh, okay. The pages still look good. I would have been pissed. I would have been so mad if I just like bent them or anything. I have a different copy. I have the regular US copy. So if I want to annotate it, I'll annotate that one. I just don't know where it is, to be truthful. So we have that as an option. Then we have Girls of Fate and Fury by Natasha Ngan. This is the last book in the Girls of Paper and Fire trilogy by her. And I love the first two books a lot. I also remember, even though it's been like 2 years at this point since I read the last book, maybe even 3 years. Ooh, maybe even 4 years, you guys. It's 2023. I think it's been 4 years, actually. I don't know. When did the second book come out? It came out in 2019. I believe I might have read it in winter of 2019. Or like, yeah. Anyways, I read it a long time ago, but I still remember how the end of that book made me feel. And I still remember the majority of it, so I think I'd be fine going into this book. Also, this is another exclusive edition. I love it. I'm just so nervous about this, so I don't know. But I really do love that series. It's so good if you haven't ever read it before. Next, we have Vicious Spirit by Kat Cho. This is the second book in the Wicked Fox duology by her, and I loved Wicked Fox. I think I read it 2 years ago now, and it's one of my favorite books of all time. It's so phenomenal. I love it. So I'm excited to get to Vicious Spirits eventually. I heard a lot of people don't like this. Said that some of the characters should have stayed like side characters instead of main characters, but I actually really think I'm gonna like this. So excited for this if I get to it. And then the last option, unless I can think of more, is The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. This is the second book in the Six Crimson Cranes duology, I believe is what it's called. And yeah, first of all, this cover, stunning. But I read Six Crimson Cranes last year, I believe, and I'm in love with that book. It's so good. So I think this would also be a really good contender. If I had to guess which one I'm going to be in the mood for after I finish It Starts With Us, I would probably say maybe Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. That's kind of what I'm feeling, but obviously I'll figure it out after that. I'm honestly kind of hoping I can finish It Starts With Us tonight so that I can finish or like start a book tomorrow. But I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, but other than that, I think that's all I have to talk to you guys about right now. So I will let y'all go. Let y'all continue with the video. I hope you guys like it. I hope this vlog is super fun because I think it will be. So yeah, even though none of these books are on my TBR this month, I think that this might be the best thing to do because there are so many series I want to start right now, and I don't know if I should start them without finishing a couple first. So yeah. Anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Hi. Okay, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Oh my gosh. I just finished my first series of the week, I guess. Finished It Starts With Us, and I almost gave this book up and didn't read it. Oh my gosh, I feel so stupid. I feel so ridiculous right now. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I thought I could pull myself together, but I guess I can't. Wow. Wow. You guys, this book is so good. I'm not sure what I want to give it yet. It's not a 5-star. It's not a 5-star. It's not a 5-star, but this book was so good. And I think I teared up multiple times reading it. And the only reason I'm not sobbing uncontrollably right now is because of the last line of the book. And oh my gosh, if you guys have read this book, when the title came up, it's not what I was expecting. Am I gonna be able to get through this week? Oh my gosh, I'm crying over the first book I read for this video. Oh my gosh. These aren't sad tears. Actually, I don't know what kind of tears they are. Okay, okay. And this book is either going to be 4 or 4.5 stars. I'm not exactly sure what to rate it. I'm thinking it'll probably be 4 on Goodreads because it's not a high enough 4-star that I would rate it up. Sorry, you guys literally can't see my eyebrows right now because they're so blonde. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done being dramatic about this. I realized I didn't even tell you guys what It Ends With Us is about. So, It Ends With Us follows Lily as she gets into this relationship with a guy named Ryle. Has a bunch of triggers, so please look up like the trigger warnings for both of these books, because they're really hard to read. It Ends With Us was one of my favorite books of last year, but I didn't know that I'd ever be able to reread it. But now, after reading this book, I know I will be able to. I did annotate a little bit. Of course, none of my annotations are showing up when I say that. Okay, I did annotate a little bit. Eventually, when I go back through and reread this book, I'm going to annotate and stuff. Oh wow, this book really did something to me, and I'm really glad I read it. So, I want to start another book tonight, but I'm not really sure what I want to read right now. Yeah, I just want to keep my momentum up so that I don't lose my steam, because not only am I trying to complete series, but I'm trying to catch up to my Goodreads goal because I'm a little bit behind on that. So maybe I should have thought about this before I turned on the camera, because my camera's about to die. But it sucks that I don't have like a bigger variety of genres to choose from as far as series go, because I'm gonna try to only read stuff off of my physical TBR, which is what I should be doing anyways. Okay, I think, don't quote me on this because it could change tomorrow, or by tomorrow, I mean, it could change by tomorrow. Sorry, I'm like so close to this, but I think I'm going to pick up Gods and Monsters by, I keep wanting to say Laini Taylor, because I believe Gods and Monsters is also the name of one of her books, but it's by Shelby Mahurin. I'm gonna pick this up, and I guess we'll see if I annotate it, since I've apparently been annotating every single book I've read recently. So, I'm gonna plug you guys in, and I'm gonna let the audiobook download, and I'm probably gonna get in the shower for a little bit, because I need to just, I need to decompress a little bit. So, I will talk to y'all probably tomorrow morning with updates, my initial thoughts on this book. I'm sorry I didn't update y'all with It Starts With Us. I literally couldn't put the book down. So yeah, I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow morning. Hi besties, what's up? It is the next day, so it's Wednesday. All my days are all screwed up at this point. I literally have no idea what day it is, but I think it's Wednesday. I need to get it together. It's Wednesday, but I have updates on Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. After reading literally the first 2 pages. I've decided I'm going to temporarily DNF this so I can go back and reread the first couple books, because honestly, I don't know how we got to where we're starting this book at. I don't know if there was a time jump. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna go back and reread the other 2 books, and you guys will definitely see me reading this at some point, just not in this vlog, unfortunately. So let's talk through the other couple books I could read, right? So first, I think I'm going to cut, not this one. Please give me strength, man. Okay, so first we have The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. This was a really high contender for this vlog. However, there is apparently going to be a prequel following a different character, but it's going to be in the same universe. So I think I'm not going to read this in this vlog, even though I kind of wanted to, because I think even though it's the end of Shiori's story, we're going to be back in this world with a different character. So I definitely think I'm just going to hold off on reading this for now. But since my TBR, I mean, it's literally 7 or 8 days into the month, and I have already gone so far off of my TBR that I just, you know. So I do think I might read this month, because I have been in a really big mood for it, but just not in this vlog. So that's another one cut out of the running. Honestly, I was looking through the stack of books before I brought them all into my room to put on my husband's side of the bed, since I know he loves that. And Girls of Fate and Fury caught my eye. And I think I might read this one. I'm so nervous about it. I'm literally gonna be so real with you guys. I'm so nervous about this book. That is why I have not read it yet. I'm super nervous. So if you don't know, this is the 3rd book in the Girls Paper and Fire trilogy by Natasha Ngan. And Girls of Paper and Fire is one of my all-time favorite books. I think the world of that book, it is so amazing. It's really hard to read, so check up on trigger warnings. But Girls of Paper and Fire follows these 3 casts. So there's a demon cast, a demon/human cast, and a human cast, I believe. Ooh, do I need to reread the other ones? Okay, so there's a paper cast, and they're fully human, unadorned with any animal-demon features, and incapable of demon abilities such as flight. There's the still cast, humans endowed partially with animal-demon qualities, both in physicality and abilities. And then there's the moon cast, which are fully demon with whole animal and demon features such as horns, wings, or few on a humanoid form, and complete demon capabilities. So every year, the king of this world basically grabs girls from the paper cast and brings them to his castle and romances them. Not a cute romance, but to find like his next bride, I believe. Again, like it's been a while since I've read the first book, so I'm not exactly remembering it. The first story follows Lee and Ren and their love story, them falling in love in a very unlikely circumstance. And it's so beautiful, it's so heartbreaking, it's such a harrowing book to read, honestly. I don't know why this book in particular caught my eye, but I remember reading, I know this isn't very fast, but it was fast for me. I think I read the second book in 2 days, and I absolutely was in love with it. So I am excited to see what I think of Girls of Fate and Fury. So I think I'm probably going to start that this morning while I get ready for work. And yeah, I'm very scared for this. I remember hating how the second book left off. Much like the second book in the Serpent and Dove universe, I remember wanting to throw my book at the wall. So, and that book I was actually reading physically. So, I'm gonna start on this, and I will give you my initial updates in just a little bit when I'm a little bit more put together. Hi besties, what's up? I am partially ready for work. I need to get into my work attire. And I also need to make this quick because while I was getting ready, I was so engrossed in Girls of Fate and Fury that I quite literally forgot to look at the time. So I have reached page 81, chapter 9, and I apologize. Her name is pronounced Lay, not Lee. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've been in this universe, so I apologize for pronouncing her name wrong, but I am really, really intrigued by where we're going in this book right now. I have fallen back into the story seamlessly, and I'm assuming that the last time I read a book in this universe was about 3 years ago, so it is insane to me that I fell back into this story so well. I do contribute that to Natasha's brilliant way of like reintroducing the characters to what happened in the last book. I really appreciate that there are nods to the last book and telling us kind of what happened subtly, and yep, I'm really, really impressed by this book so far. I didn't realize how much I missed these characters. Another thing that I'm loving about this book is we both have Ren's perspective and Lay's perspective, which I know in the first book we didn't have Ren's perspective, but I don't remember if in the second book we did. So I'm just, I love this book so much so far. So I'm excited to keep reading it. I'm definitely going to continue on with it on my way to work. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to finish it today, but I should be able to finish it tomorrow morning, I hope. I don't know. I'm going to try to get as far through it today as I can, though. And if Stephen and I end up staying up late, maybe I can finish it. But yep, I am really loving this book so far. It is phenomenal. I'm scared for what's about to come, but no, this book is super great, and I'm so glad I chose this to be my next read. So I'm gonna go get dressed for work. I can't go in my pajamas, and I will talk to y'all a little bit later. What's up? It is actually Monday the next week. I don't remember the last time I updated y'all, but I've decided that I'm going to drag this vlog on until probably Friday, I would say. However, I also dyed my eyebrows, so if they look bad, don't tell me, please. And I touched up my roots because I'm naturally blonde, and when my hair was pulled up, it looked like I had a receding hairline, like all the way, like an inch back, so it wasn't cute. But I've decided I'm going to try to finish 3 books in this vlog. I have updates. Girls of Fate and Fury. I'm on chapter 32, and I actually stopped reading this because I'm pretty sure it's gonna make me cry. And I don't know that I'm ready for that, to be honest. So I kind of stopped reading it because I was planning on finishing it last night, and then I was like, this is for sure gonna make me cry. So, oh, I'm already gonna cry. I'm so nervous. I don't want it. I'm really nervous. Okay, so I don't want to finish this book, but I will say I am very impressed with Natasha Ngan's skill in writing. I've loved, you know, the other 2 books in the series. Obviously, or else I wouldn't be finishing this. But I think the thing that I'm most impressed by is that she's able to weave in other plot points from the other books seamlessly so that it doesn't feel like it's necessarily repetitive. It just feels like it's a friendly reminder, which is why I've been able to get through this book, if I'm being honest, because like the last book in the Serpent and Dove trilogy, which I also cannot think of the name of right now, Gods and Monsters, that's what it was. Where was I? So we just got to a really monumental part in the book that if it goes wrong, which I'm assuming it probably will, or if it goes right, wrong for me, right for some of the characters, I'm not going to be okay with this book. But I'm nervous. I'm really nervous, but I'm really loving the exploration of trauma and how basically not everybody responds to trauma, even if it's similar trauma, the same way. And I'm really liking that. We got to see some of the people from the first book in this book, and I really liked how we got to see how they were dealing with trauma, as opposed to how Lei and Ren are dealing with the trauma that they're facing. Especially after the events of the first and second book, there is a lot of trauma there. And I like how we get to see that. I don't remember if the second book had a dual POV, but I'm starting to realize that I'm a hoe for a dual POV. I really love dual POV books, and I think it just makes everything so much more satisfying. And I like, you know, I love Ren and Lei, and I think that this was the perfect way to rate this third book, with both of their POVs. Yeah, I just really like it. I really, really enjoy this book. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it tonight because Steven is coming home in a little under an hour, but I do think I'm going to try to attempt to finish it because I'm really loving it, and I think I'm just really loving this book. But like I said, I am worried that I'm gonna cry, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, other than that, I will talk to y'all tomorrow or tonight, whichever comes first. Well, we all know it's gonna come first, but I will talk to y'all when I have an update. Hi besties, what's up? I am so not gonna lie to you. I believe I started filming this vlog on the 6th, and it is now the 18th. It is 12 days later, and I'm finally here to finish this vlog. So I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling kind of bummed out with myself, that I wasn't finishing as many books as I thought I was going to be able to, and I realized that I'm not a one book at a time kind of girly. If you looked at my Goodreads, you'd see that I'm reading like 16 books at once, so that might make sense to y'all. But yeah, I'm not a one book at a time kind of girly, so if I were to do this series in the future again, I would most likely have to, I'd most likely have to read multiple finales. But I did want to come out on here, and I want to finish Girls of Fame Fury. The other reason I haven't finished more stuff is quite literally because I am terrified of what's going to happen in this last little chunk. I think Natasha is going to rip out my heart. And my fireplace just started, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. I'll make that this quick, but I think I'm finally ready to finish it. Yeah, I'm ready to finish this. So I will come to y'all with my final updates after I finish this book, and we'll close out the vlog. Like I'm gonna lose you, and I'm not hold you. Hi besties, what's up? So it is a little bit later, about like an hour later, I believe, and I have finished Girls of Fame Fury by Natasha Ngan, and I think I'm going to settle on a 4-star for this book. Maybe like a 3.75, but like 4-star. It was so good, and I don't know if you can really see, but I did annotate a little bit towards the end. I wish I had been annotating this full book, but it was so good. I really liked the way Natasha ended off this series. It was hard to read, and it was like really sad at points. I didn't end up crying, and the really bad thing that I thought, or like a couple of the really bad things I thought were gonna happen, did not happen, so that's good. But I loved this book. I love this series. I'm so glad I decided to read it for this video. Glad I have another series checked off of my TBR. So all in all, I read 2 books for this vlog, I read It Starts With Us by Coleenhoover, and I rated that 4 stars, I think. I'm gonna just grade it. Hoover, and I rated that 4 stars. It was surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think I would like it very much, but I did thoroughly enjoy it. And then obviously the second book, Girls of Fame Fury by Natasha and Ngan. Again, I gave this one 4 stars. I think it was a really great conclusion to the trilogy. And overall, I'm very excited to see what else Natasha and Ngan comes out with in the future. So, yep, that is all for this vlog. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you've read either of these 2 books in the description down below. And I will talk to y'all in my next video. Bye, everyone.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're